Welcome to Dark Sorcery. I'm Alfredo Martinez, and I have with me J-Boy. J-Boy, good to have you on.
Okay. Likewise.
Okay, cool. All right, now I just want to point out to everybody watching, it says Jesus on your shirt, but it actually says Jesus Malverde for everybody who's watching. So if you just kind of sport that, there you go, Jesus Malverde. Yeah. Just want to clear that up for the audience. Okay, cool. So yeah, J-Boy. So yeah, it's good to have you on. I'm excited about this show. So yeah, let's start out with go ahead and tell everybody how your spiritual journey began.
My spiritual journey began probably high school. I got interested in the occult shit very young, like high school, I got into the shit before EA Coeding got into the shit, but EA Coeding ended up being like a low key like a mentor, but I got into the shit on my own. I got into the shit on my own, and it really began when like we just had a bad teacher. Like she's not that bad, but she just like she loved picking on kids. Like she loved she got off on it. And so eventually after like our paths crossed, I was like, nah, we're not gonna deal with this shit. So Belial, I started working with him. Like that was the first demon that I started working with. So I started working with him, and then next thing I know, she's she's going to the hospital back to back. And then after she started going back to back, then she was gone for like 4 months, 5 months. And then when she finally came back, it's weird. Like when you curse somebody, like it's like you open a door, like, and then after that door opened, I realized like why she was picking on kids. She's picking on kids because she wanted to like be seen, or she wanted to be seen, but at the same time she wanted kids to fucking graduate and fucking get through. So she's just a super bitch, and it's weird. Like after like like I put some shit on her. Like after those 4 months passed, like then she came back, and I was like, oh, like she's not that bad. Like like Magick's weird like that. Like it's like, oh,
it can
like,
change your perspective
on you in the first
yeah.
place. Yeah. Magick's weird like that. And then since then I knew, like, I was like, okay, so this shit's real. Like like fucking you send some shit out, and somebody's gonna you know reap, reap what they sow. Magick's just like a fucking steroid for that. Like bam, bam, bam. So
yeah,
that's how I got into all this shit in the first place. And then
right on. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then like after I got into it, that's when EA Coedings was doing his everything, and I was like, oh, this was pretty dope. Like, yeah.
Okay, so was this?
I don't know what happened to him. I don't know.
Were you raised in a religious home or not?
Yeah, definitely. I got a deal. I got my uncle. He's a pastor, and then I got another aunt and uncle, and they're missionaries. Like they're fucking like
okay.
And those fools are like on a sick one. Like I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but like they go into the deepest ghettos, like, and because I'm in the deepest ghettos, and like it's crazy. Fucking these fools are like talking about like, oh yeah, somebody came over the other day and they're talking about you, and I was like, what the fuck? Like who's talking about me? And it took me a minute to realize that it's my aunt and uncle, like, because they're fucking like crazy missionaries. Like they're going into the hood, like, and telling these fools like that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Like it's like
Wait, Wait,
Like,
so they went to
imagine
your
like
hood and went to preaching to everybody and you including, right? Including you.
yeah. Imagine like the fucking craziest drug dealers, and they're going to them, and then the craziest drug dealers coming to me, talking
You
about,
know what?
yeah, fool, like somebody came the
You
other
know
day
what?
talking about you,
You know
like,
what? That sounds
and
similar. Yeah, I can relate. I can relate. So first of all, I asked you if you grew up in a religious household because most Latinos did. Second of all, I have an
yeah,
uncle who's a pastor. I have relatives who are missionaries and things like that. So I can relate, man. And then I used to go, you know, uh, on the streets and preach to people back in the day, back when I was a Christian. So I know what that's all about. So,
oh, right,
but yeah, man,
yeah.
yeah. So that sounds like relatable to a lot of people who are listening. But anyway, so you grew up in a religious household. You tried it. So
No,
was it?
no, I mean,
Go ahead.
yeah. I grew up in that religious household. It's crazy too, because when I turned to the occult, I was a janitor at a church.
Okay.
Like, and I'm not talking like a church. I'm talking like a mega church. But like, where these fools have everybody's ear. Like, so
Okay.
I
Now
would
I
grow
want to
up,
say,
and I
is
was
this a
growing up in
mega
that
church?
household in
Is this a mega church in Texas or in California?
Texas.
Okay, Texas.
Texas.
Which one
Most
in Texas?
graduated towards the occult is definitely in Texas.
Okay, which because I've been to.
McKinney, Frisco, which is like North Dallas, north
Okay,
of Dallas,
all right.
yeah,
I thought it was gonna. I thought you were gonna say
yeah.
maybe
So
Cornerstone Church because I've been to that church back in the day. But anyway,
now Hope Fellowship, if we want to get
yeah,
specific, Hope Fellowship, that's the
yeah.
church that everything started, and um, I don't know, man. Like, it was weird because I was already on my path. Well, the thing that put me on the path was I started paying attention, like during sermons and shit. And one sermon said this, and then the other sermon said that, and I was like, wait, this contradicts each other. Like, hold up, what the fuck's really going on? And then I started doing my research, and I was like, this don't make any sense. I was
Yeah.
like, something's not right, and then that's when after doing all the research, I was like, the Bible translates itself and fucking contradicts itself like at least a fucking million times.
That's the same
I was
issue that
like,
I ran into. That's the same issue I ran
you
into.
know,
The contradictions. And then I
yeah.
asked
I
everybody
was like,
in the church, and nobody had an answer.
exactly that. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's where it all started. Like, and then I was like, what the fuck? So after that, I was into Wicca for a week, and then I don't know, the Luciferian path just kept coming up, and I was like, well, like my beliefs do align to this. So after that, like I'm over here fucking making sigils on everything that I'm gonna wash in the church. And I'm fucking like cleaning everything with sigils on the fucking rag.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, man. Like eventually, I just fucking followed what my heart told me to follow, and now we're
Mhm.
here. Yeah,
Okay, so
but
you mentioned Luciferianism, but you're also into working with Santa Muerte. So, I mean, your magical practice, does it mostly consist of Santa Muerte rituals or different kinds of magic?
well, with Santa Muerte, it's weird how everything began. So at first I was like breaking out of the Christianity shit, and then so my cardinal died, my brother died, So I fucking came out here to Cali to be closer to my mom. And then the next door neighbor ends up being a santero. And and, and you know, he told me like demonic spirits. I mean, I don't know, maybe demonic is like a perverse name to call them. Like, you know, but they're ancient gods, but at the same time they're pretty fucking demonic. But so I'm already working with them, and then he fucking kind of pulled me out of it. Like my next door neighbor, he sat me on his stool too that he was crowned on, like to be a santero, and he's like, I want to crown you, and fucking after that day, well he after not even after that day, he did a Obatala ritual on me, and after the Obatala ritual, it was like it was like peace. Like I fucking fell asleep for like 3 days. Like every time I'd stress out, I just fucking like it was weird. Feel like I just fucking fall asleep and fucking that's when I realized like okay, so there's saints like you know, and that's when I started working more with saints instead of demons. Like demons can make something happen, but saints are there to watch your fucking back and make sure you don't go too far. And that's it's weird. Like it's weird. Like what are the odds that I'm gonna fucking go see my mom and then the next door neighbor's a santero? But
It's
yeah,
not a
after
coincidence.
those
He was there for a reason.
yeah, exactly. Yep, after those days, like that's why like Santeria is a big practice. And he told me he's like I could get you crowned for $13. Or I'm not $13, I mean $1,300. But because the whole
13.
thing with Santeria is like
Yeah.
you have to it's like a 3-day process and you're gonna sacrifice animals and like you gotta fucking go through that 3-day process. There's the hood right here. But
Right on.
nah,
Right on.
you gotta go through that process. It's like a 3-day process, and then like after that 3-day process, like you're gonna sacrifice goats, doves, whatever. But after that 3-day process, then you're officially initiated, and once you're officially initiated, then you can really start making some money. And so right now I'm just working, and like when I met my padrino, he told me he's like, "You're not working enough." Like, and I wasn't doing shit. Like, he's like, "You got to start working." And now I see like you have to have that self discipline to be like, okay, now you know what money's worth, you know. And before that, I knew what money was worth, but once everything's taken from you, and then you have to make it on your own, and nobody's helping you anymore. Like, I'm not working at the church anymore. I'm not fucking doing anything. Like, nobody's giving me anything on a plate no more. Then you realize what it's worth, and like the self discipline, like you need that, and that's why santeros or babalayos, all that shit, they want you to fucking be working because you need to know what money's worth because it can be gone like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's not only that. I mean, any spiritual gifts or any spiritual abilities that you discover internally, you got to work at that too. It's
Yeah.
the same concept with pretty much everything, whether you to work towards. So yeah, definitely. So would you consider yourself? Would you give yourself a spiritual title like Santero or anything like that, or would you just call yourself an occultist?
Ah, see, that's the question. A lot of people refer to me as a santero, and I'm like, you know, I work with the Orisha. I give them my offerings. They do respond, but at the same time, like throughout the religion, like I still haven't earned the title. But like I don't know, like them giving me that title at the same time, and a lot of people giving me that title, like yeah, I work with the Orisha. I could, and then I have helped a lot of people. I've already helped a lot of people. Fucking fucking overcome
Right on.
sickness, whatever the fuck they're going through. But at the same time, like I'm through my own right, but the religion still hasn't recognized me. But once I have the money, I'm definitely gonna do the whole initiation process. And then I just met this lady the other day, and it's crazy too. She has her in gangas. She's doing everything. She's doing palo. She's doing santeria, and she's like, I'll be your madrina. Like, if you're ever struggling with money, just let me know. And I'll help you through whatever you're going through. And she knew a lot of shit. Like that's the crazy thing about Santeria and the people that are practicing palo. Like she knew shit she shouldn't know. Like she's like, so did you stab somebody or did somebody stab you? I was like, I stabbed somebody. and then she's like, oh yeah. And then she's like, and then you saw somebody die in prison. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. And then yeah, fucking she's like, well, that person's attached to you. So we had to sacrifice two doves. And after she sacrificed two doves, I felt fucking like a million times better. But she's like, I'll be your madrina. Like after the whole ritual, she's like, let me be your madrina. Like you got a padrino, but I want to be your madrina. And I was like, all right, like I think you qualify. You know, yeah, she's cool as fuck. Fucking like that practice is it's crazy. Like it's fuck the knowledge that fucking gets shot to them is like what the fuck? How the fuck can you know that? Like
Now,
you can't know that by throwing some shells. Like you know that because the orisha or the spirit you're working with are telling you that. Like it's
right.
fucking it's pretty insane.
Now, let me ask you this. Is there a particular orisha that you're drawn to or work with more than the other ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ogun.
Okay.
Ogun.
And why is that?
Well, once I fucking got into Santeria when after my next door neighbor, I was walking to the train tracks and I was just giving offerings to him, and then like next thing I know, fucking fools are letting off on me, and it's like a fucking spirit held me up, like motherfuckers aren't gonna hit you, and I just fucking stared straight at the fucking barrel, like, and like after that, it was like, oh, it was Ogun telling me like, what's gonna happen, but I control that shit, like. And that's why I got Ogun tatted right here.
Right on, right on.
Place.
Shout out to Ogun.
Yeah.
I've had, the spirit world has protected me from that also. So yeah, man. Yeah. It's good to know that you're in good hands.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Now you're a part of the shadow zone. The shadow zone.
Yeah.
Now, first of all,
Oh
about
yeah,
the shadow
yeah.
zone, let me give a shout out. Shout out to Juan Goma, to Mommy, to everybody at the Shadow Zone. Shout out to them. If you want to check out the Shadow Zone, I'll have the link below in the video description. I encourage everyone to join. It's good stuff in there. I'm in there too. It's a group, but tell everybody who's watching at home right now, who doesn't know, tell them about the Shadow Zone and what that is.
Shadow Zone's dope, man. I mean, when I was going through some shit, fucking Juan Goma, fucking he was doing the Dr. Goma shit back in the day, and fucking that shit, like, it helped me fucking realize what I need to do. Like, I don't know, everybody has their issues, but he's the fucking smart motherfucker. Like, he put me on the right path. Like, the Shadow Zone, like, you gotta either hit me, Juan Goma, or Mommy up to get into it, but um it's definitely a dope fucking page. Like it's more than dope. It's fucking something that's life changing. Like the Shadow Zone will put you on some shit. Like I don't know. Like I mean, but we have the comedy shit too. Like we're over here like fucking clowning all the fucking time.
Yeah. So for everyone who's listening, okay. So the Shadow Zone is a spiritual occult group on Facebook. It's got some teachings in there from Juan Goma and some other people. It's got some good spiritual stuff, but it's also got some comedy stuff because Juan Goma and people the Shadow Zone, they got a sense of humor. In fact, there's skits called Mexicomedy, which is me, you, and Juan Goma, and we just do these little skits. You know, like Juan Goma did the Paisa Satan, and I'm you know what I mean, I'm Pyrex, you know, the tweaker guy. You know, I've been off that shit for years and years, but I just put myself back in that mentality, you know what I mean? And then I just like, you know, the reason I click when I do that is because when I would be up for like 4 or 5 days at a time, eventually I would just start clicking when I would talk, you know, with the big eyes and shit. So that's why I do that in those skits. But anyway, yeah. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like we need that. We need that fucking. We need a sense of humor. We need to laugh about shit sometimes.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's fucking definitely is. Yeah. It'll be worth your ad. But it's crazy too, cause like I'm a moderator on it, so I'll fucking like anybody that wants to get on it, I gotta check their fucking profile out. But like, as long as you're a real person, you're not a bot. I don't know. I'll probably add you.
Right on. Yeah. Everyone, once again, video, link in the video in the description below. Now I was watching your page, and you had mentioned something about invisibility ritual that you were getting ready for the other night. You have some services that you offer, some spiritual services, right?
Fucking drinking. My bad. My mom was here.
Oh, shout out to mom.
I gotta shoot her some caitahnyah.
Right.
You still owe me money?
Fucking man.
Right on.
I have my mom. I owe her money.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah. So like I was saying, you offer some spiritual services. So tell everybody about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me and Goma. So we're lending off like a compendium, like, and then we got everything, like whether it comes to like money problems,
Yeah.
love problems, just healing problems. If anybody's forever, but like if anybody needs something, like we'll fucking like whatever their cause is, we'll talk to them, and you know, like I don't want to feel like a cop or anything, but like we're gonna do an investigation and see what's up with you, and then I don't have any problem doing spiritual work for people.
Right, because some people be lying.
Like, matter of fact, I've always wanted. When I saw Ikela doing his thing, I was like, man, motherfucker, I could do that. Like, I don't know. But yeah.
Right on. Now let me ask you this.
Work for people, like definitely it's a you just saw it right now, like don't
right.
But yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you this. What's it like being a Latino in the occult community?
That part. I don't know. We're still the same as everybody else, but I don't know. A lot of people in the community are like whitewashed, and community are like, oh, you do Santeria? Like, I can't do Santeria because I'm this race or that race, and mostly it's like some version of European thing, which is white, but nah, like the Orisha, they're not gonna discriminate. Like, people are people at the end of the day.
Right.
And
right. Like I was talking to I was talking to Eric McCormick a few weeks ago on a video. You know, even though I'm not white, I don't have any Nordic ancestry, I still use runes, you know. That doesn't mean that I can't use them. They're still gonna work.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Like I've worked with Odin, and fucking I've had fucking ravens just pull up on me, like let me know somebody's about to fucking die. And sure enough, somebody dies, and Like, I don't think something that's omnipresent is gonna discriminate against what race you are. You know, at the end of the day, we're all people.
Right on, right on. Plus, it's good to know magic from other cultures. It's good to know that, to get to know that, and not just put yourself in a box and say, "Well, I'm only going to know this magic. This works for me." It's good to, branch out and learn other practices. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
the yeah,
Good point.
that's a good way to pick and take what works for you and what doesn't. Because let's be honest, would you agree with this that the same magical practice is not going to work for everybody?
Yeah, for sure. But you know, everybody can tap into anything. Like you'll have some people that are far out that are like tapping into what you're doing in this.
Right,
You know,
right.
like
But some people will
some people
be
are
better
like
at tapping into,
naturally, yeah.
yeah, some
Some
people will be
people are
better at tapping
naturally
into certain type of
better at this.
currents than other currents.
Exactly. Yep. For sure.
Hmm.
Like some people are naturally already tapped into the Orisha, and then you look at their background, like me, like I'm Puerto Rican and Mexican, like so, like I already got like the islander like spirits in me, so like it was easier for me to tap into Santeria than it might be for others, you know. So I mean, we
Hmm.
definitely have our own like personal natural shit, you know.
Yeah, definitely,
For sure,
definitely.
yeah, like definitely, like, but you know, we don't have to limit ourselves because anybody could tap into anything. But you know, like some people, I
Well,
don't
you gotta
know.
find out what you vibe with and what you don't vibe with, and then just go from there.
Exactly. Yep.
I mean, you have to fit. You can't just read a book and believe everything it says and say, okay, well, that's what that is. Test it out. Just you seek out the knowledge, test out different practices. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. Yep.
Right on, right on. So, is there any other spiritual practices, spiritual type of magic that you're into besides Santeria, Santa Muerte, or anything else you've mentioned?
I had my little voodoo shit.
Okay, okay,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I still want to like learn like from people that are like involved in the current more, but
right.
I had my shit like uh so I don't even know what the fuck happened. I was just going through some shit. And Dambala, which is a fucking spirit in voodoo, started like speaking out to me, like kept feeling the presence, and I was like, fuck it, like. And then it's crazy, fucking some fool was dressed in like a trench coat and shit, but you could tell he had something under it. And he's like, "What's your name?" I was like, Dambala. And then after that, fucking, I just walked down the street, and it's weird, like it's weird how everything happened. I fucking went and picked up some candles at the fucking the Dollar Tree. After I picked up those candles, I went straight down to like the tunnel drains, like to where like some like drains that fucking go underneath fucking the whole city. And
Yeah,
so I lit up 3 candles, and then it's weird. I fucking went back to the block. I fucking fell asleep, and then I woke up like at 12, and then I fucking went back, but I didn't go back like the first way that I came. I went back through the left side, and
mhm.
when I went through the left side, it was like fucking, it was like a fucking cobra. Like imagine cobra eyes, like fucking dancing through a tunnel, and it was like coming at me, and like it was fucking freaky. Like I almost ran, but I was like, nah, fuck this shit. Like what the fuck is this shit? And then I started going forward, and like I don't know, like I was already like immersing myself into the current. Like I already had a rod and everything, so I started like moving that like a fucking snake and fucking like coming at it like slowly but surely. And then it eventually started like going back, and then I fucking eventually ran full force at it, and I get to the end of the tunnel, and it's nothing but 3 fucking candles. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I swear to God, like I saw a fucking cobra coming at me, and that was
Yeah.
like my first experience with Damballa. Like, so
I
I don't
believe
know.
you.
Voodoo's weird because I don't know. Voodoo's kind of like Santeria. Like a lot of people will tell you you can't do it. Like you have to be immersed into the religion. Somebody has to walk you along these
And
roads. But if you immerse yourself deep enough, you'll fucking do it. You know?
yeah, yeah, right on,
Yeah.
right on. So now, yeah, man, it's been a good conversation. Um, do you have a link to your services, spiritual services that you offer?
I need one, but if anybody's looking for me and to do spiritual services, just look up J Boy Watson on Facebook and you can find me, or look up El Brujo 92316 on Instagram,
Okay,
and you
so
guys
check it out.
can
I'll
my
put both of
services.
those links below in the video description along with the Shadow Zone. So if you want, so those of you at home, if you want to check out the Shadow Zone and join, you can click that link below. And then if you want to get a hold of J Boy for some spiritual services, I'm gonna have his Facebook link and his Instagram, so you can just message him and get that all set up. But yeah, J Boy, it's been fun. Thanks for your time.
Okay, yeah. Have a good one.
Yeah. Everyone who's watching, make sure you like and subscribe to Dark Sorcery.